Human screams are my favorite of the Earth's delights. I want to hear the human screams forever.
Okay, that's kind of troubling, but your heart's in the right place.
One day, I'll make you scream, Steven.
Hello everyone and welcome back to Hats Off. I'm your host, D'Angelo Edwards, and here we are in the future.
We are in the future.
That's right, Steven Universe Future has been released, and man is it something. I've never talked about Steven Universe on this channel before, but I'm a big fan. But even though I love Steven Universe, I do know that it has a lot of problems. The pacing, the animation at times, and a few conclusions that were a bit hard to swallow. But after the amazing movie that came out, I had high hopes for the future, and well, look at that, they knew what I wanted. Thanks, Bex, we'll do lunch later. So now, in a relatively short time, the first 4 episodes have been released. Now, rather than go into detail over each episode, I'd rather just talk about my thoughts on the premiere in general. And this will include spoilers, so if you don't want to know, just walk away. But leave the video playing, I need those views. So without further ado, let's get into the premiere of Steven Universe Future. The first episode starts off with sort of a walkthrough with how gyms and humans are living together, and it's done through the lens of a brand new gym being brought back. Steven is looking good in his new outfit, and we get to see what everyone is up to in Little Homeschool, a place where gyms can learn to be Earthlings.
I have no idea who you're talking about.
Don't worry about it. You'll learn all that and more right here at Little Homeschool.
We get a few sneak peeks at the crew like Bismuth, Peridot, and Connie, but don't get your hopes up. This premiere mostly focuses on Steven, although the main trio show up from time to time. Everything seems honky-dory, but one gym isn't really fitting in. And is it? Can it be? Is she finally back?
What do you want now?
Yes, it's Jasper! I am super glad to see Jasper back, and she is as moody as ever. Instead of integrating with the new gyms on Earth, she's decided to live alone and secluded, getting rid of every little thing to a ridiculous degree.
Any Earthling that invades my space gets crushed. Took forever to yank those puny green Earthlings out of the ground.
You mean grass?
I don't know their names.
Steven tries to get through to her, but instead he ends up fighting her, as it seems to be the only way to get through to her. This is where we see what might be the main draw of the season. Steven has a new power, some kind of Kaioken type ability that combines him and the pink Steven we saw last season. Jasper seems to respect Steven for his strength, and Steven learns that although he can't change who Jasper is, he can at least try to understand why she is. He tells her he'll visit, and it seems like they might enter into a sensei-student type situation. This was a pretty strong start to Future, and I'm really interested in how Jasper will play into the story. I doubt that she'll ever become a Crystal Gem, but maybe she'll at least be an ally they can count on. I don't have much to say about the next episode, except it was cute. We get to see Amethyst help the new gyms find jobs on Earth, with Steven butting in where he isn't needed. Steven learns a lesson about not forcing people out of their comfort zone, and we get to see how Steven's new powers might affect the fusions he's part of. It was a very chill episode that set up some stuff from the future. Not bad. Also, the little ice gym was the best, hands down.
Give me the screams!
Next, we have the most uncomfortable episode. It starts with some cameos from the zoo humans, and it's great to see them. I especially like how they're still angry with Greg for essentially dumping the entire tribe.
I haven't seen y'all since the choosening.
You mean since you didn't choosen us? Don't you have some sound discs to listen to in your wheeled conveyance?
Yes, I do.
Steven visits them, the Famethus, and we even get to see Holly Blue, who honestly is taking all this change better than I thought. But they are not the focus of the episode. What is the focus is that all the rose quartz gems that were bubbled in the zoo are now out. And Steven isn't taking that well. And really no one is. Half of the fun of this episode is seeing how everyone reacts to essentially 3 of Steven's moms walking around.
I could feel the rest of my hair falling out.
Dad, wait, you want to join us for dinner?
Nope.
Steven is fidgeting and stressing the entire episode, trying to forgive his mom, move forward, and try to see the gems as their own roses. But it's hard, and the one that most looks like his mom realizes that, and eventually, they realize that while things might be a little uncomfortable, they are their own people. And in a way, they're family too. It ends on a sweet note, and a shot of Rose's portrait inside of Lion. Out of sight, but still inside. Now for the last episode. And oh man, if these 3 episodes so far didn't do it for you, this one will. We see Steven fixing up some gems with his healing powers, and then who else but Pink Pearl walking in. We've seen that she has a crack where her eye used to be, and Steven agrees to heal her. But he can't. Now this usually means Steven's powers are on the fritz, but this time it just seems like this is an injury that's more psychological. And even worse, it's revealed that this injury was caused by Pink, and not White Diamond. So Steven decides to figure out how to fix it. We haven't really seen Pink Pearl outside of when she was controlled by White Diamond, so it's nice to get a taste of what she's really like. She feels like a real people pleaser, but not on purpose. The kind of person that's instantly liked by everyone, without trying. Kind of like me. But I really like her. She might even outrank Blue Pearl, but we'll see as time goes on. We get some great scenes with Pink Pearl, or Volleyball as she comes to be known. And for the record, we're hip to your game, Crewniverse. The more mundane an episode title is, we know it's gonna rip us apart. Stop being cute. But anyway, we get to see Volleyball and Pearl interact, and it's great. They act like 2 exes trying to one-up each other. Well, mostly on Pearl's side. And they get some great lines with each other.
Yes, that's exactly what Pink would do. Well, I was her Pearl. Me too. We were very close. I love your energy. It reminds me of when I was younger. I'm older than you.
We eventually move on to a place that's made to fix Pearls, and we learn that this is an injury that cannot be fixed without completely wiping Pearl and starting her over. It comes to light again that it was Pink who did this to Volleyball, and Steven snaps after hearing even more bad things about his mom, just when he thought he was done paying for her sins. This leads to the machine going off and beginning to wipe the Pearls, but while inside, they both realize that they both still have some hangups about Rose, and that maybe together they can both grow, fusing into an Ultra Pearl, leading to an escape with the best looking animation of the premiere. They all realize that they still have a lot of thinking to do about Rose, and they're fine with that, and they keep looking onto the sky. And that was the premiere, and wow, they really nailed it with this one, guys. I am loving the themes they're bringing up here. Helping each other grow, how much you should interfere with someone's growth, and realizing that you yourself never stop growing. There's also a lot of the whole sins of the father stuff going on, and it's going to be great seeing how Steven deals with these new revelations. There's still a few of the old Steven Universe problems though. While I liked the Jasper-Steven fight, a lot of the posing in it was stiff, which led to the action coming off as a bit lacking. And I would have loved to have seen more Garnet, as it seems like they kinda sidelined her, but this is only the premiere, so I'm sure she'll have her arc. But overall, a very good opener to what I'm sure will be a great series. The future does look bright, and I'm looking forward to the rest of it. But please, no Steven bombs this time. I will actually die if I have to wait a year for an episode. My blood is on your hands, Cartoon Network.